As Governor Whitmer is about to wrap up the first 100 days of her second term, she has a lot to look back on in terms of legislative successes for Democratic priorities. But there is much more that lies ahead. Today at the governor's residence, she talked about some of what to expect with political reporter Rick Albin.
Okay, I know better than to ask you for one. So what are your big legislative agenda items that you still want to get achieved in this session?
Well, we wrote the My Healthy Climate Plan last term with stakeholders at the table, from utilities to manufacturers and, of course, scientists. We wanted to make sure that we're doing our part. It was a vision. Now we're in a position where it's time to implement it. And so I'm excited about that. I want to get the budget done, especially the education budget done, as early as we can. So as our school districts are starting to build their plan and hire for next school year, that they have some certainty of what that's going to look like. So I put those as two top things that I want to work on with the legislature. Do
you think there's a certain urgency to getting the budget done beyond, of course, for school districts and others, because there is a possibility the legislature adjourns early this year?
I'm not going to predict what Senator Brinks and Speaker Tate are going to do. I just know that I'm always in a hurry to get as much good stuff done as we can, and I know that they both subscribe to that belief as well. So I've served in a lot of late legislatures at the end of the year, and my experience has been it's often not the most productive, constructive time. So I think the more that we can do earlier on this year, the better.
Well, the fact of the matter is that if you don't adjourn early, it's going to be hard to get that presidential primary moving forward. I mean, there's just a matter of you have to get ballots, you have to get printing, you have to be prepared. You have to send ballots out 45 days early, and if they don't adjourn until sometime in December, that can't happen.
Well, my hope is that the leadership in the Senate will come to some sort of an agreement about giving bills immediate effect. This is something that, as the minority leader myself at one time, we routinely gave bills immediate effect, even bills that we didn't agree on the substance of. So I think we got to get back to respecting the institution, supporting, the government moving as fast as people expect it to move, and that remains to be negotiated.
Monday will be exactly 100 days into the governor's term, and Rick will be back with some of her thoughts about the flurry of legislative activity in the first quarter of the year.